All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown on the trip. So it was my first kind of breaking my feet into hotshot and see if I like it or not, and doing it in a 7.3 power stroke. I got a 99 F250. Before I went up there, I uh, I changed out the transmission cooler. I put a 6.0 transmission cooler in it. Um, I did a complete coolant flush and flushed out all of uh, the green coolant that was in it, and I put in the red extended life coolant so that way I don't have to put SCA in the coolant, which is supplemental coolant additive or something. I don't know. Ford recommends it. With the green coolant in the early 99 and below 7.3 power strokes. So I flushed all that out, put the red in, new transmission cooler. I did an oil change right before I left and put a new fuel filter in. So that was good. Um, I got up to New Mexico. I got a 24-foot car hauler, and my truck's already heavy. I weighed it before I left, and with me in the truck, it's 8,200 pounds with all my tools in the back. So without me in it, it's like 79, 75, because I'm 225. So, yeah. Um, it's a heavy some bitch as is. And I took a bunch of tools out, but I still got a full 3-ton jack, 6-ton jack stands. I got two toolboxes. I mean, it's heavy. I mean, it's real heavy. So I got a trailer brake on my truck. I got a class 5 hitch, but that's still a lot of weight. I got a 24-foot car hauler, 7K car hauler. And going up there, I didn't look at the trailer that great before I bought it. And I got it from Native. It was a Native 7K trailer, 2-inch coupler, trailer brakes on the rear axle. I figured that'd be sufficient for everything I'm doing. But if you want to haul full-size trucks, I would highly recommend a gooseneck, um, or a deck over. But preferably a gooseneck to eliminate trailer sway. Let me elaborate. My truck is already heavy in the back. And then I go adding a 24-foot car hauler. Going up to New Mexico, not too bad. I mean, I had a little bit of sway when a semi had passed me. It wasn't nothing terrible. I didn't think nothing about it when I got there. I got out to the dude's truck. He didn't tell me he had this some bitch loaded down with shit in it. I get there to the storage unit he's got it in. He's got a set of 24 by 12s in the bed. Full tires. Brand new mud tires on them. That's like 500 pounds of extra weight. The motor's about 500 pounds. So trying to find the right amount of tongue weight when you got that much weight in the bed is hard. And I had only had like 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. So I wasn't thinking straight like I should have. Another problem on my end. I was way sleep deprived. Because I couldn't get any sleep at the hotel in New Mexico. And I didn't want to sleep in the truck because it's hot as shit out there. Not at nighttime, but I don't like sleeping in the truck. I'm 6'2", and sleeping in the truck is hard. So I stayed in a crappy little hotel. Couldn't get any sleep, so I woke up at like 5 in the morning, went over to the storage unit, got the truck, and I realized he had the big wheels in the bed, and the cab was loaded down full of shit too. He had a TV in there, air fryer, like all his stuff he was moving with. So it was heavy. I would guess an empty Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cab short bed's probably about 5,500 pounds with a full tank of fuel. With the rims and everything that he had in it, he was pushing over 6,000 pounds. And I have a 7K trailer, so empty it's 2,300 pounds. So I'm only supposed to technically haul 4,700 pounds on it. So I was like 1,300 pounds over. And the trailer I had some crappy little C-rated bias plies. So I swapped them out with the other trailer I got. And it's got radials. I didn't think nothing about it. And then I got there and I realized they're C-rated radials. That don't go too good on a car trailer that's weighing, over 8,000 pounds fully loaded. It's not a good mix. So as soon as I pulled out and hit the interstate, You get it up over 60, trailers want to do this number. Fishtailing all over the place. And it scared the piss out of me. So I was white knuckling all the way to Elk City. I didn't even get to Oklahoma City. I got to Elk City, Oklahoma. I was doing like 50. I pulled off and was taking Route 66 from New Mexico all the way to Elk City, Oklahoma. Just because I was so scared. Every time a semi passed me, and then you got the New Mexican crosswinds, that trailer was dancing around like a flag all over the road. And it was extremely dangerous, and I didn't feel safe. So I woke up in the morning, Tuesday morning, and I had 2 flats on the trailer. They were on the damn rim. So I limped it over to the gas station, filled it up, got fuel, and after I got fuel, the tires were already low again. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go buy new tires. So I went and got the Hercules Strong Guard, which are D-rated trailer tires. Huge difference. It was still wanting to sway because of the rims in the back, and I was sleep deprived, so I didn't think nothing about it. But I got all the way to Little Rock. It was still kind of shaky, but not as bad. I went all the way to Little Rock, and then in the morning, I actually got some sleep in Little Rock, and I woke up, and I was like, why don't I just put the rims in front of the truck? It's going to put the trailer tongue weight way off, but I'd rather have it nose down than sitting up like this. So I took the rims out and the big wheels, and I put them in front of the truck, strapped them down, smooth sailing, 65 mile an hour all the way back to Alabama. No issues. From Little Rock to Alabama, easy trip. And it was probably that, and coupled with the fact that I just wanted to get into the Mason-Dixon again and get home. I wanted to see my kids. I wanted to see my wife. I wanted to see my dog. I was tired of being on the road, and yeah, it was not an enjoyable experience for the first 3 days. 4th day wasn't too bad. Coming back from Little Rock, if I loaded it out like that when I first left, it would have been a whole different story. And if I would have had the good tires when I first left, it would have been a different story. But if you buy a trailer for doing hotshot, make sure it's got tires rated for loads that you're going to be hauling. If it's got C-rated tires, or like if it says 205 75 D15, that's a bias ply. You need to get rid of them immediately. Or 205 75 R15, those are better. But look at the load rating. You want at least a D rating on your tires or an E rating for your trailer tires. Anything below that, you're going to be liable for blowouts at highway speeds. And a trailer blowing a tire out, if it blows out on the rear axle, you're going to have a bad fucking day. I'll just tell you that right now. I've had one blow out on me on a semi. Not fun at all. I had a whole axle blow out of both tires because one of them blew out, and then the belt shot out to the side and blew the other tire out, and the trailer just sat down on the ground, and I had about 6 bundles of OSB on the trailer right on the ass end. So, and I had the Moffett on the back of the trailer, so it just started fishtailing all over the highway. I had to pull over. It was not fun. So make sure you got the right tires, make sure you got the right equipment. But the truck, man, the truck did beautifully. I put the transmission cooler in before I left, did the coolant flush. I was averaging, going up there, I was averaging 16 miles to the gallon, doing 65 mile an hour all the way up there. 65 and 70. 16 miles per gallon in a truck that weighs this much, hauling a trailer, that's pretty good. On the way home, doing 55 and 60, 65, I was averaging anywhere from 13.9 to 15. That's a hand calculation off the trip odometer. That is really fuel efficient for something this big. And I'm sure the newer ones probably get the same, but you're going to spend, quadruple the money I spent on this truck or more. I got $5,000 in this truck. And it already made its money back, These 7.3s, man, they're old. They don't have there's no thrills. But if you want something that'll work and not give you any fits, the 4-speed, not the greatest to tow with. If it had the ZF6, it'd probably be a lot better. But if you got a good running 4R100 and you got a transmission cooler in it out of a 6.0, you really ain't going to have no problems. I got home, Transmission fluid smelled fine. It looks clear. I mean, it's still nice and pink. I don't think there's anything. I mean, it did great pulling up hills on the interstate. It was comfortable. You know, I never felt like the truck wasn't comfortable enough for the trip. Very comfortable. You know, I was in it for 4 days. You know, and with the extended cab, long bed, you know, you get a 39-gallon fuel tank. So if you're getting 16 miles to the gallon, you know, you can really go far. You know, you can go 500 miles on a tank. And at that point, you just want to get out of the truck and walk around. So, you know, if you want to get into something fairly cheap and just try it and get your feet wet, you know, a 7.3, now, if you got a broker that's not wanting to run old trucks, that's going to be different. But if you're doing it for yourself, for hauling cars, you know, I haul a lot of cars. With the business I'm in, you know, mobile mechanicking, I haul a lot of cars because I buy cars to flip sometimes too and resell. So for me, I wanted something cheap that I know how to work on. You know, if I get a 6.7 or a 6.4 or a 6.0, I just don't want to have to work on that. A 7.3 is easy to work on. Even if you're not a diesel guy, even if you've only worked on gas engines your whole life, a 7.3 is very simple to work on. I mean, there's really nothing complicated about working on a 7. It's a push rod, you know, V8 with a turbo, you know, and it's diesel. And the injectors aren't too hard to change it. You pull the valve cover off, you know, you pull the glow plug harness out, and then, you know, boom, you're right there at your injectors. Turbo's easy to replace. The H-pop's easy to replace. Serpentine belt. I mean, the trucks are very serviceable. They were meant to be easily serviced. You know, and the suspension, the ride wasn't even that bad, you know, because the ride quality, I got a 2-wheel drive. And it really wasn't that bad. I mean, if I didn't have the whole ass end loaded down with tools, it probably would have rode even better. But it was just smooth as silk coming back. I got brand new tires on the truck. I got the Firestone HT3s on it. And it did flawless. I was checking the fluids going up to New Mexico. And nothing. There was nothing low. 2,500 mile round trip, didn't use a drop of oil, didn't use a drop of transmission fluid, didn't use a drop of coolant. Nothing. It was flawless. I mean, these things are just designed to work. They're designed to be workhorses, and that's what they do. I know there's a lot of speculation on whether or not you should run an old truck, you know, for hot. But if you got it well maintained and you know what you got, I've had this truck for about a year now, so I know the history of it. Number one, transmission was already replaced and rebuilt with a built transmission. So that's another thing. I mean, I do have a built transmission in this truck. It's designed to tow. And it does have it's completely, I've got big turbo, the Garrett, I forgot the name. I got it fully straight piped, so my EGTs are really low. It's just a great truck. But I would recommend it if y'all want to try it. You know, I think they're great. And I'll let you guys know when I tow some more how it does, you know. But I tow with it all the time. I already knew it was going to be great. But I'll let you guys know if I do it again, how it's going to go.